Okay, no time for an intro. We're running incredibly late. Let's go. I don't know if you guys can see it all that well, but there's a Dodge Viper in my mirror. Look at that. There's a second one. There's a second Viper. Oh, wait. I didn't know this, but there's apparently a Lotus dealer here, and they have this blue on black Amira that's a manual, and there's also a green on black Amira right there. What do you know? $100,000 for this, I have to admit, is a fairly good deal. Like, seriously. It's not the lightweight, stripped to the ground race car that we used to know. It's now, in my opinion, a fully fledged supercar. Yes, it runs on a Camry V6, but I mean, I think that's kind of cool. That's part of the Amira and part of Lotus as a whole, I feel like. Lotus is not Lotus without the Toyota power. I know that sounds weird to say, but it's kind of true. What can I say? For some reason, the trend of Vipers keeps continuing. We have the ARL Dodge Viper right here, and I have to admit, this thing looks mean with the carbon fiber canards, carbon fiber vents over there, just nothing right there. It just looks menacing, I have to say. And this color, I don't know what about it. It's just drawing me in more than the Ferrari right there. And I mean, that giant wing in the back, you can't go wrong with the giant wing. This thing is so cool. I'm not gonna lie to you. And the trend continues. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Dodge Vipers. Actually, no, 9, 10, 11 Dodge Vipers if you include the ones in the back. Holy crap, these things are nice. I always have like my things with the Dodge Vipers, you know, they're very unsafe, giant V10, all that stuff, but I mean, hey, that's the Dodge Viper for you. I don't think they're ever going to make anything like it ever again, obviously, but for the time being, we can at least celebrate what we do have here. Holy crap. Ah yes, in my opinion, one of the most unreliable BMWs ever, the E60 M5. I have to say, these things, they are, reliability is questionable, and questionable puts it nicely. But regardless of that, I still have to say the S65, the V10 M5s, they are cool. The V10 M6s, they are just as cool. I like both of them, but I'm not a fan of their maintenance bills. Take a look at this Karma Rivero right here. Carbon fiber front end. I don't think I've ever actually seen a Karma Rivero. I've seen a few Fisker Karmas, but not the Rivero. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't remember any off the top of my head though. But I do have to say the interior, definitely similar to the Karma, or well, the Fisker Karma, but a little different. Like, I love the fact that it's a 3-piece steering wheel and not a 4. I remember seeing those on the Fisker and I was like, why do they have that? Why is it like that? Versus this one, it's like sporty, it just makes sense, especially for a 6-figure car. We also got to give love to these giant wheels and these even gianter, I don't know if that's a word, Brembo brakes right here. These things look nice. They look menacing and they just work great. Take a look at this. We have the Hyundai Ioniq 5N, and in my opinion, this is probably one of the best hot hatches on the market right now. I know people are going to give me a lot of flack for that because of the fact that it's electric and all, but I don't know. I really do like this car. Like, I don't know what it is about it, but for some reason, I just like the Ioniq 5N. There was one point where I was considering leasing an Ioniq 5 because of the fact that, I mean, EV leases, I mean, for some reason, or well, not really for some reason, they're just fairly cheap. They're a decent price for an EV lease, especially with tax write-offs and stuff like that. I wasn't looking for the N model, I was looking for the base model, and I believe that the price on that was around $200 a month. So I mean, $200 a month for an electric car that has fairly decent interior, fairly decent quality. Hyundai has definitely improved their quality over the past few years. And so that is a very air-sucking Mustang. Anyways, back to the Ioniq 5. So originally, I was looking at a base model Ioniq 5 for about $200 a month, which $200 a month for a running and driving EV, a running and driving car, all that stuff, it's a fairly good deal in my opinion. It definitely would serve as one of the best, I guess in my opinion, I keep saying in my opinion a lot, but like one of the best entry-level EVs that you could get on the market. That's my personal opinion. If you disagree with me, let me know in the comments below. So I usually don't care much for C1 Corvettes, but ooh, M3, it sounds nice. But this C1 Corvette happens to have Ferrari badges on it, which is definitely an interesting choice. I'm pretty sure there's a certain Italian manufacturer that, oh wait, I just realized. It's a donkey, actually. It's not the prancing horse, it's the prancing donkey. I definitely know the certain Italian manufacturer that would not be happy with this, so wish your well wishes, I guess. Well, put your attorney's phone numbers or something like that in the comments below for this poor Corvette owner. I'm not gonna lie, I need to stop making questionable fashion choices. I'm wearing a blue Simpsons shirt with the blue pants. Not my brightest moment, but then again, I was in a little bit of a rush and I did kind of dress in the dark, so yeah. Take a look at this right here. We have the Ineos Grenadier, which, holy crap, this is my first time ever seeing one, but in my opinion, probably one of the best off-roaders in the market. It has a BMW powertrain, modern interior with all the modern tech, but still has that old school off-road feel with the lifted suspension, the boxiness of it. It's just really nice in my opinion. I don't know what about it, but just, this car is cool. This car is cool. What can I say? All right, hopping on in. Wow. Not the heaviest door. Oh. Wow. Inside the Ineos Grenadier. Holy wow. Look at all these switches. I don't know what these switches go for. A lot of them just look cool. The interior of it, it's fairly nice, I'm not gonna lie. It's very off-road focused. These Recaros are keeping me in very tightly. There is no sunroof, which is an interesting thing. I don't know how much this car costs, but wow. Holy crap, there's a lot of buttons in this thing, which is kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. I think there's a little gauge cluster over there. I'm not too sure on that one, what that is actually. And as you can see right there, it is indeed powered by BMW. I believe this does, so this has a BMW engine in it. I'm not sure which BMW engine. It also has the ZF transmission, as you can tell by the shifter over there. It's a 5-seater. It has a little netting in the back, so I think you can keep like, I think a dog in the backpack. This thing, I'm not gonna lie, this is perfect. This is like the perfect off-roader. It's missing 2 back seats. I feel like if it had the 2 back seats, this would be the ultimate off-roading machine for a family. Let me see how these doors close. Wow, okay, so they're not the heaviest thing, they're not the lightest thing either. And when you shut them, it sounds fairly solid. The only thing that's moving around is this thing down here. But wow, the Ineos Grenadier, man. Y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I parked my Z3 somewhere over there, and when I saw this one, I was like, wait, what? Hold up, I'm confused now. Why is my car over here? And then I realized that this is not my car. This is just another blue on tan BMW Z3. This one has a manual while mine is an automatic. Mine does have all the options in the center, however, versus this one has none. That being said though, some of my buttons don't work, so he kind of has that one on me. But on that note though, I do have to still say, this is nice. Like, obviously I'm a little biased because my car is the same car, same spec and all that, but still, like, this one is nice. There's not really much I can say that won't make me just sound like a fanboy over my own car, but I will say that this guy has maintained the look of his Z3 a lot better than I have. There's a paint imperfection down there, scratch on the hood. This is all on my car versus this one. This one, it just looks pristine, nice. Wheels are a little dirty, but what can you say? Same with the front bumper, but again, what can you say on that aspect? I will say though that this one, just like mine, has the suffering of glove box sagging. Unfortunately, that's a very common problem on these Z3s where the glove box will just sag down below. It's hard to tell on camera, but in person you can see the sagging a little bit. I think that's just one of those signs from one BMW Z3 owner to another where it's like, your glove box sags? Yeah. Take a look at this. We have a Volkswagen Carmen Ghia right here, an Audi RS7 over there. But anyways, back to the Carmen Ghia. I have never actually heard of these things until Family Guy brought it up.
I'm gonna throw a rock at his window. Oh, hey, Carmen Ghia. I like those.
And honestly, Brian's right. They are great cars to like. Like, what's there not to like about them? They're cute, they're adorable, they're tiny, all that cool stuff. And I mean, this one, this spec, it's kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. This not burgundy, this brownish color with the white roof, and then that nice, I don't even know, it's not peanut butter. It's like a little bit of Reese's kind of colored, just with a bit more, I guess, yellowish in it, interior. I'm just kind of making up words and just hoping it works out for this car. I mean, I think it does. I think that's the best way to describe it. If you have a better way to describe it, let me know in the comments below. Take a look at this right here. We have a Z4 Coupe. I have to say, I don't really, and it's an M Coupe. Oh my God, I didn't even realize that at first. This is a Z4 M Coupe. You don't see these that often. They don't get as much love as a Z3 M Coupe does, but I have to say, in my opinion, it does look better than the Z3 M Coupe. That being said though, I think that's part of why the Z3M Coupe does get a lot more love than this car, because it's such an out there design for that car. Compared to this one, which is fairly conservative, this car doesn't get as much attention. And wow, that is a nice sounding Viper. Y'all, it's a Trabant. Like actually, just a Trabant from communist Russia, just sitting here. The fact that one of these is here in America, let alone one here in America that's running and driving, is crazy. Oh my goodness gracious. I'll be honest, I don't know much about Trabants. The only thing I know about Trabants is Doug DeMiro's video on them. But this one though, chef's kiss. Like legitimately, chef's kiss. The engine, it's fairly small, I'll say. But I mean, just to get up the communist roads, it's all you need. Now here in America, I don't know how it'll do. But I think on that note though, today's video is in fact over. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. Let me know how you feel about it in the comments below. And if you like what you're seeing, leave subscribe. And just like that, I'm out. There's a lot of cool cars here, including this GT4 RS. Peace.